another one.
Job hunting suggestion. I have been applying for QA positions more than 300 roles in the US of A. They must be going to that boot camp and have only received one call. Aw, that sucks. I hate when I hear that. Like people, they're applying so much and they barely get. Some people get no calls whatsoever, not even a response. So that really sucks. It seems like the market is really slow, and I can see a few thousand applicants for each role. You must be looking on LinkedIn. How has your experience been? I'm so exhausted with QA. I have over 5 years of experience, but it's so hard to get a QA job recently. I update my resume to tailor it to the job description, but before applying for each role, but I have had no luck. I would greatly appreciate your suggestion and feedback. All right, so I've done videos about resumes and stuff like that. If you have 5 years of experience in QA, right? I would I would bet to say that I have to start the clock. I have to start the clock. And well, good guy. Not everyone has a has someone to do their applying for them. I'm just saying, just saying. Move this that up just a bit right there. Okay. Um. Okay. So here's what I say about your resume is that why did the clock start? So while you should tailor the resume, like your resume to the job description, but what does that mean that you're tailoring it to the job description, right? Um, and I don't know, for most QA resumes or just most IT QAs in general that I've seen, they're all pretty bad. Like 99% of them are bad, right? And why do I say that they're bad? Because they don't express any value. And that's part of the thing that I was expressing on the call yesterday was I have tailored my resume to first and foremost express the value that I bring to every company and that I'm looking to bring to the current company that I'm applying to, right? And I also have like this the I also list the ways that I've brought the value, like the skills that I've done. Because a lot of times, like some they were asking, like, can't you just say what you did? Or like not what you did, but like, can you just say the value that you brought? I said, yeah, but if I don't share how that I brought that value, then I'm leaving something out, and then that's going to leave them wondering. And they can think like, oh, there's no way possible way that they can do this. But if I'm very detailed, it says the way that I did this was by doing that, then it's okay. That makes sense because I can see how that's happening. But a lot of times, a typical QA resume will say this, right? I wrote automation tests. I wrote test cases, and then it starts off with dedicated to quality assurance and stuff like that, which is like what's what everyone says, right? The way that I have my long resume is very very strategic, very very focused to say I I did this like at my company the value that I brought was this and this by doing this and that, and going to your company I look to do this and that, right? Very very to the point and saying like I'm going to be a rock star at your company, and then I list the skills that I have. And then I say, okay, in my previous roles, I did this so that this could happen. These are the accomplishments, stuff like that, right? And I would bet I would won't put my life on it, but I would highly say that your resume is saying I do this, I do this. It's very short, it's very like bland. It looks like everybody else, right? And that's probably why you don't have a look. I mean, 300 applications with 5 years of experience. There's probably some more things that are going on as well. But I would say definitely start with your resume. You have to be so me. I take a step by step approach. If I'm not getting any interviews, there's something wrong with my resume. Have you paid somebody to look over your resume, or are you just trying to do it yourself? How long do you have to not get results before you ask for help, and not just by posting on online forum saying that, oh, I've applied for 300 jobs and I got one call. Well, I don't know what's going on. It's go find a resume expert and say, "Hey, can you look at my resume and see what's going on?" Go find somebody in here's another idea, right? Go find a QA manager. They don't even have to hire you, but say, "Hey, you," or a recruiter and say, "Hey, I need some help. Can you look at my resume to see like what's wrong with it and why I'm not getting any callbacks?" And then they can give you some pointers and you might have to pay them for that. But you should be willing to pay them so that you can see what's missing and what they're looking for and what you don't have. Maybe there's some skills that they're looking for that you don't have and that you need to go and get so that you can add to your resume and you can be successful in that manner. So many like a lot of times we just quit. Why is this thing not, whatever with this clock? It just doesn't want to run. But on the next one we'll get it. But what I'm saying is why are we so why do we wait for like either we wait to the last second or we don't do anything at all. Put yourself in the best position to win. Reach out for help. I review resumes and stuff like that, but reach out for help and pay for the help that you need so that you can be in the position that you want to be in. Nothing is free in life. All right, I'm gonna wrap that one up.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.